Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. How many legs does a dog have if you call his tail a leg? 4. Saying that a tail is a leg doesn't make it a leg. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. All that I am, or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. When I do good I feel good, when I do bad I feel bad, and that's my religion. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. We the people are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution but to overthrow the men who pervert the Constitution. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea. But if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under the rule of a just God, cannot long retain it. This country, with its institutions, belongs to the people who inhabit it. Whenever they shall grow weary of the existing government, they can exercise their constitutional right of amending it, or exercise their revolutionary right to overthrow it. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell, it is simply purgatory. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Avoid popularity if you would have peace. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. Labor is prior to, and independent of, capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor, and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Labor is the superior of capital, and deserves much the higher consideration. At what point then is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring up amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of freemen, we must live through all time, or die by suicide. Important principles may, and must, be inflexible. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do, and how to do it. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. The shepherd drives the wolf from the sheep's throat, for which the sheep thanks the shepherd as his liberator, while the wolf denounces him for the same act as the destroyer of liberty. Plainly, the sheep and the wolf are not agreed upon a definition of liberty. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent. Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. Whether it be true or not, I can say, for one, that I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men, by rendering myself worthy of their esteem. How far I shall succeed in gratifying this ambition is yet to be developed. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. No matter how much cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow.